Okay guys, so welcome back to this channel. And this video is now going to be covering the settings. The main goal of this video is to put things in the settings menu. The settings menu. So what we're going to put is volume sliders. So I'm going to put volume and sound sliders. And now there are ready-made sliders. Okay, let's start with, there are ready-made sliders in the asset store, but for some reason they do not work, or maybe I do not yet know how to make them work. And the reason is this. And I'm just going to quickly show you guys. I want to quickly show you guys why this do not work. Okay, so I'll just get this. Let me get this and show you why they do not work. Okay, so now that I've placed this here, now in order for us to make a slider, we need to add the slider behavior. But for the average slider in our asset store, it is this draggable slider behavior is incompatible with the objects. That's why I'm not able to use this particular slider. So unfortunately, we're going to have to get something else. It's a little bit more complicated, but it definitely works. So we're going to have to get something else. We're going to go here and select this. This is one of the things that is compatible. That is compatible with the draggable slider control. So I just want to click that and change this to music slider. Change this to music slider. You might want to put this on. And if you come here, you're going to notice that it is now compatible. It's now actually showing something like it's going to work. So we can just add this here. Increase the maximum value to 100. And press apply. So now we have our music slider, but we're also going to duplicate it to make our sound slider. You can leave it as it is, because whenever you duplicate something, it doesn't just duplicate the object, it duplicates its properties and its behaviors and everything with it. So we now have our music slider and our sound slider. Now, unlike every other thing here, when you bring them in, they take this shape. They take this shape in this screen and also in game, but this one is a bit different. This is the shape it's going to take on the screen, but the moment you go in game, it's going to be something different. So first of all, let's align this properly. Let's align this properly so that we know what we're working with. So as it is, this as it is has now been aligned. Let me quickly show you what is going to pop up in the game. As you can see, we have this. This is very different from what is on the screen below, on the screen. So that is how that's going to be like. In order for us to manipulate the size, we're going to go into the properties itself, and I'm going to have to change it. I'm going to have to change it from here. I'm going to have to change it from here. This is what we're going to use to change this. We're just going to make a few alterations to this. We're going to change one or two things. Track length, okay. Let's change this to 500. Track thickness, let's increase this to 10. Okay. Thumb. Okay, I think that should be good. Let's quickly take a look at what we have done to the music slider. And as you can see, the music slider is now obviously a little bit bigger. It's now looking good. So, but we still need it to be a lot bigger. This is not big enough. It looks so small. We're going to come back to behavior and increase this a bit more. Let's put this to 700. Track thickness to 20. And something I want to add to this. Okay, I think this is a tick spacing. Let's put this to 2. And once we preview the game, we're going to end up with this. Now this is a lot bigger and slightly better if I may see myself. Yeah. So what I want to do now, I want to give this visibility. I want to give it an highlight the same as this. And in order for us to do that, we're going to do the very same thing we did for our objects. Add an effect. Can rename it to highlight. And you change this. You have to change it to something dark. You have to change it to something dark because our background is very light. So we need something dark to contradict that. Something that will actually rhyme with it. So once you get a look at it, you see, okay, this is very good. You see that it's a bit more visible now. It's a bit more visible. This is very good. So with that being said and done, we are going to add our sound slider. To add our sound slider. But you know what? Let me do this. Because we have already made all these alterations to this. Once we duplicate it here, it's going to be exactly like this. It's going to be exactly like this. So we don't have to go through the stress of doing everything that we have done before. Thus, rename this to sound slider. And we'll bring it up here. And always remember to align your work. This is it right here. Okay. Always remember to align your work. This is this is that. And okay. Increase the size to be the same as this. Be the same as this. Okay, so I think that's about that. They are now in similar positions. Okay, they're now in good positions. Let's have a look at that. Okay, yes, this is very good. This is very good. But I'm actually noticing something. This is not perfectly aligned. It's not perfectly aligned. I want this to be perfectly aligned. So I'm going to make a few alterations, few adjustments to this. Let's take this back by 2 smidgens. Okay. Okay, that is looking good. Now this is actually somewhat difficult because you do not have the model itself shown. You only have the sign, you only have the signature. So it's going to be a bit more difficult to align this than the other. So you are going to have to be strategic with this. It has to be strategic with this. But since there's really not too much we can do about that, let not waste too much time trying to align it perfectly. We're going to create a few more letters. We're not creating buttons, we're creating more text. We're creating more text, which will be music and sound. Should be music and sound. So first things first, let's reduce the scale a little bit because 5 is too much for those that. So reduce this to 4. Reduce this to 4 as well. Now let's make one more duplicate for the settings. Okay, settings same. So we can leave this at 5. Okay, that's good. So with that being said and done, bring this. Oh shit. I forgot about this. We're going to have to change this. Change the text. I'm changing this to settings. Change this to settings. Change this to music. Change this to music. And change this to sound. Okay. Okay, that's good. I want to put this up here, align it, make it look good. Okay, so this has been adjusted properly. Let's center it. Let's center this right here. Okay, that's we have centered that. And one more thing, we're going to have to shift this down a little bit because we want to put the music and sound over that. So let's adjust this as well. Okay. So that means I'm going to put this here to label this right here as the music slider and put this here as the sound slider. Let's reduce this a bit more. It still looks too big. Put that to 3. Okay, that's good. Let's reduce it to 3. Okay, so now that the thing is in 3, it's looking big, it's looking better. Let's realign them because they're already scattered. So okay, so unfortunately we're going to have to end the video here because of some limitations that is preventing us from giving you full quality for these videos. So we're going to have part 2 of this because this is we're doing a lot. We're meant to do a lot in this video, so we're going to have part 2 of this, which will be posted tomorrow. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much for your support.